I do want to... Woo! Giselle! Y'all saw that? See how big the box is? Hello everyone and welcome back in, and I know you Disney fans are super excited about this release because I know I am. And we are going to be reviewing the first doll in the series of the new designer collection that Disney has released this year, and it is going to be the Giselle doll. But before we get into the doll review, I want to take a moment to thank all of my current subscribers who have tuned into my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and if you are new to my channel and you like the content, whether it be the gameplays or the collection reviews, go ahead and hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and if you are also enjoying the vibes, why not do the same? Now, let's get into Giselle. Now, I know we're all super excited about this doll because this is the first Giselle doll, I believe, that is actually an open release to the general public. The other two were D23 exclusive, which I thankfully do have in my collection. One year I did go to that D23 expo, and then the other year one of my friends, followers, actually helped me get her. So I'm super excited to have those into my collection, and now I'm super excited to have the general release of the Giselle doll with this designer collection. Now, let's get on to this monstrosity of a box. It is pretty big. It is a big box. But I do want to... Woo! Giselle! Y'all saw that? See how big the box is? It's almost knocking Giselle over and everything else. But let's take a moment to appreciate the box. I do like the new design. However, it is huge. It's a huge box. But I like the curtain effect over it. You get the gold foil effect on the title here, the Disney Designer Collection Giselle. She's 1 out of 3,500, which is a low edition size in my opinion, but I don't think she sold out super quick. My experience was when I got in from the queue, she was sold out, but then I was like, Disney, what are you doing? But then I guess they released a whole bunch more stock of her, and a lot of people were able to get her, I think, like maybe 20 minutes after the initial release. So I think Disney just held quite a few of her back. But her box is really gorgeous. The only downside is that it's really big. They have the designer, Disney Designer Collection right there at the bottom. And then on the back, I love the artwork. Steve Thompson, you never can do wrong on the artwork with these designer collections. But look at this Giselle doll artwork here. So beautiful, so beautiful. And this is the representation, the design of the actual doll herself. And then on the side here, you get a little description here. If you want to pause and read, you may. But I'm also going to give you B film in here in this video for you to get a closer look. But the top also has the Disney Designer Collection logo here, and it is embossed, so it's like a 3D effect that you can touch. And then I like this gimmick, but you get to open it and it reveals the doll. So Giselle would be in here. And in my B film, you'll be able to see how she's designed. And then the background, you get the flowers, the water. Basically, it kind of represents Giselle in the cartoon world. And is that Pascal? Pascal, oh my gosh, you guys. I'm thinking Rapunzel. I'm so dumb. Anyways, cut. But I'm not gonna cut it out. You guys like the unfiltered version, so why not keep it in? But then you get the certificate of authenticity. It looks like it's a smaller card than usual, but I haven't had a designer doll in a while that I've opened. But this is the certificate of authenticity. I have number 1491 of 3,500. And it's just right there in the back behind her. When you do open the doll, if you were to see her displayed, you couldn't really see it. unless you like look behind her. So that's where her certificate of authenticity is. And that's essentially all of this box. And then she is like on these steps that go up to her, which showcases her. I believe this is called the Dance Series in the designer collection. But I like the box. The box is big, but it is sturdy. It is quality, so I'm not mad. Okay. So now, on to what everybody else is here for, and that is the Giselle doll. So the doll actually comes with a stand, and it kind of represents the stand of the 17-inch dolls, but a smaller version, and it is a saddle stand for her. It's just a clear plastic one. Some of the designer dolls do have a specific design for that designer collection. Unfortunately, this one just had a basic one, which I'm not mad at because, I don't know, the stands aren't super important to me. And I like their saddle stands with Disney because they are very sturdy, unlike Monster High's, where it is a little floppy. No offense, Mattel, no offense. But I digress. Now we're gonna start with the shoes, just as always. But look at the shoes here. Her shoes are this kind of iridescent-y pink butterfly design. It is so good. I love it. And you don't really have a heel. The heel is a part of that butterfly wing. And you have the embossed and molded in butterfly effect there. It's really cute. And it's really, really well. I like it. I do like it. And then she has these stockings here. And on her stockings, you get an embroidered gold design with like a vine with butterflies in it. And that's on both sides. One side is a little bit longer than the other. I do wish the embroidered design continued all the way up her leg, but that's just me. I do like that they added some embellishments here as well, and not just the embroidery. That was a good touch. And it does go all the way up. They're not just like stockings, so it does go around her waist. Now her dress. Her dress is 2 layers. You have this darker pink dress on top, and it's like a silk satin fabric. And then on the bottom, you have this more ruffled, rougher textured fabric here. And it's a light pink. And there is some, it looks like there's some shine to it, maybe like tinsel. Maybe not. Maybe that's just how the fabric is. But it's a really nice thick fabric here at the bottom, and it is sewed into the top part as well. But it does give more dimension to the dress. And on the actual top part of the dress, we have, like I said, a more silk satin fabric, and it is dual fabric, it looks like, for the top. When I rub this, it's 2 fabrics sewed together, so that's actually great. I'm glad that Disney didn't skip out on that. And then on one side, you get the embroidery of the gold kind of vineyard effect. Let's see if we can get a better focus on my camera here. But you get the gold embroidery here, and it has the kind of floral design, butterfly design. You get that same embellishments on there too. And then I like the fabricated butterflies there that give that 3D dimension. It's really cute, and I like that design. The other side doesn't have that, which I'm kind of a little upset on. But I think Disney likes to kind of pull back on some of their designs of the dress if it's not going to be seen in box, because they are supposed to be in box and not really de-boxed. But I did it with this doll. But you do get a little bit of embellishments here on the side, and then you get as you go up of the dress, you also get a embroidered design here too along the folds of the front of the dress. And you get that same kind of floral effect, the fabricated butterflies going up the dress there too, some ribbon coming down that's also twisted in a design. And I love that they also included some fabricated flowers here on her waist, which it's really neat, it's really cool. And it's kind of like the same fabric as this, it looks like. But it has like some tinsely glitter that kind of makes the flowers stand out a lot more. And then you have this more of a maroonish color here at the top, and it is stitched in, giving her that corset feel. And then as you go to her bust has that more pink color as the bottom of her dress here, and it has an embroidered tinsel embroidery there on her bust with some ruffles going up, bordering the top of it. Now her sleeves, she has like a shawl on, I guess you could say, and it goes all the way to the back here too. And as you can see, it is sewed into the dress, but it is sewed into the dress here, and it goes down and droops along her back. And then she also has it with her kind of like her sleeves drooping down to the side too. And then you get the butterflies, the fabricated butterflies again here on the side, which I really like the touch. The sun keeps going up and down, so it's messing with my lighting here. So I appreciate your patience with you guys. Now, going up to Giselle's face, which is always my favorite on every single doll. But her face, look how gorgeous that is. Like, the face printing can never go wrong. Disney is one of the best when it comes to face printing, in my opinion. Mattel is a close behind with the Monster High collector dolls, but you get the blush, the lip color, you get some of that shimmery shine under eye here, and she has rooted eyelashes. Disney likes to do rooted eyelashes, which I love. I know a lot of people in the community, doll community, not just Disney, but also Monster High, etc., don't really care for the rooted eyelashes, but I do. I really like that. It gives more of a designer feel, in my opinion. And she does have this headpiece, which is a really cute, big headpiece. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know, didn't Beyonce like wear this kind of crown thing before? But I love it. It's kind of like a going to a gala, maybe Met Gala, but you have this gold plastic on the top with the embellishments also embedded in this crown piece, and then you get the floral fabricated pieces there too that are on the crown, as well as molded on floral designs there too. And I really, really like that piece. Her hair is a nice color orange hair, which kind of correlates with her cartoon character in the movie Enchanted. However, her hair is a little thin in the back right here. I can see some of her scalp hair. But like I said, Disney probably was like, she's supposed to be a box doll, not a D-box doll, so why are you looking at the back of her head? And it is heavily gelled here, as you can see. Like, it's not flowy, it's very stiff. But I'm sure if you give it a good wash, a good curl, you can get it the way that you want it. But that is essentially all of this Giselle doll. She doesn't come with any accessories. She doesn't have a purse. She doesn't have a necklace. She doesn't come with anything extra other than the box. So let me give you my overall review of this doll. Now, this doll did retail at $129.99, and with tax, it probably came out to $145-ish in Texas, in my area. So with the price considered, the rarity of a Giselle doll, I would probably say, is very high, because this is the first general release, I believe. So I'm gonna actually give this a pretty high score, especially with, you know, inflation. I guess it's gonna happen either way. I'm gonna give this doll a 9 out of 10. Maybe an 8.5 out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving it this grade is because normally, if the pricing was $100, then it'd be a 10 out of 10, to be honest. I think most of the design or the price came into the box, because the box is really big and very high quality and very sturdy. But if they were to give a different box and do more on the doll, I feel like it could have justified the $130 price. But I do like the gimmick of the box. So, I mean, I guess a 9 out of 10. I can justify it, I guess. Because, you know, they got to get the money for the box somewhere, right? But she is articulated. She has a stand. She has a certificate of authenticity. She is a very high quality doll. I do wish that they had embroidery more on the dress, especially on the one side there. I do wish some of the embroidery continued up into the stockings. But other than that, those are my only little things when it comes to the dress. I do wish she had maybe some other sort of accessory, whether it be a necklace or maybe a purse. I don't know. There's just something missing in the accessory department for me too. But that's pretty much it. If those are the little nitpicks there. But I will stick with a 9 out of 10 for this doll. Let me know your thoughts on this doll if you were able to get it. I believe she is sold out currently, and I'm not too sure if she's going to come back. I also heard that they're going to be making a 17-inch doll of Giselle. I think I heard it was next year, ? But it's going to be a 17-inch doll, and I'm excited to see what she looks like. But thank y'all for coming in, and as always, I hope you have a great day, a great night, wherever you're at today, and remember to stay kind to yourself as well as to others. Simply Rye.